IG-ChristyRocksXO. In today's video, we're going to be making a Christmas wreath, all from the Dollar Tree. So a couple of you guys have asked me to do a Christmas wreath from Dollar Tree, and you know your girl has to come through for you. So in today's video, this is what we're going to be using. Here I have a 14-inch wreath form from Dollar Tree. And then, you guys, I have to use this sign because it's all the hype right now. Everybody is raving about this sign, so I had to use it. Of course, I love it. I love the red truck. I love the Christmas tree in back of the red truck. You know, it's all the hype right now, this truck with the tree on top. So yes, we're going to be using this sign. And then I will be using this DECO mesh here. It's white with stripes of red. I'll also be using these bowls here, so get your bowls. Okay, so we're going to be using these bowls here. I don't know if I'm going to use them yet. We'll see. Alright, so as far as the ribbon goes, I will be using this plaid ribbon here. It is beautiful. As soon as I saw it, I was inspired by this ribbon here. And then we'll be using this Christmas tree ribbon with a red background. So pretty. And then I found this one here. It says Joy Christmas, ho ho ho. It says a ton of different things. So I will be using 2 boxes of each ribbon. So I have 2 boxes of this Christmas tree ribbon. Then I have 2 boxes of this plaid ribbon. And I also have 2 boxes of this print ribbon. So that's what I will be using. Alright, so we're going to first start off by prepping our wreath form with our pipe cleaners. Now in previous videos I didn't show how I did this because I really didn't know what I was doing, and I kind of still don't. I'm not a pro at any of this stuff. I'm just a DIYer that likes to do it herself, okay? So I make do with what I get. So here's what I do. Here's what I'm going to do for this wreath. So what I usually do is, you see these points here, you see these little bars that are here. Well, there's 6 of them on this 14-inch wreath form. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and put a zip tie next to each of those wires. So you'll end up with 12 total, because there'll be this for me is the bottom and this here is the top. So you'll have 6 on the bottom and then 6 here on the top. So that's what I'm going to do. Usually when I'm making my wreath, if I see after I put the ribbon on like there's a bald spot, I will go ahead and I will add another pipe cleaner and just add more ribbon into that pipe cleaner. So you can go ahead and, you know, determine it your way. So all I'm doing is I'm literally just taking it here and I'm twisting these pipe cleaners on. So there will be 6 at the bottom and 6 on top. Alright, so as you can see, now we have 6 pipe cleaners on our wreath. So we have them all at the bottom. So, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to go at the top where this wire is, right here. This wire that you see here. That's where we're going to put our next pipe cleaner, here on the top. So I go in on the 2 top rows and I just put on my pipe cleaners just like that. So you'll end up with 2 pipe cleaners on the side of each other. I hope this makes sense. I hope you can kind of grasp what I'm saying. I mean, it's not that hard, but yeah. So I wanted to show you how I do this because you guys have asked, and you know, your girl likes to come through for you. So here we go. All right. Easy peasy, right? Super easy. Now, depending on the width of your wreath form, like let's say you get a 20-inch, you're going to definitely need more pipe cleaners, but for this 14-inch, 12 total is perfect. So there we have it, you guys, if you can see that. So you have 6 on the bottom and 6 on top. And that's exactly how I do it. And like I said, sometimes I do put more because I see that there's a bald spot, but I will determine that once I put in all my ribbon and all my decorative pieces. And if I feel like I need more, one more maybe, I will just go ahead and add it. But that's how I do it on this 14-inch wreath form. I hope you guys learned a little something. Alright, so now that I've showed you how to put on the pipe cleaners to your wreath form, now we're going to go ahead and start cutting our ribbon. Now, on this wreath, I'm going to do a little something different that I did with my Halloween wreath, which was make a huge, gigantic bow that goes on one of the sides of my wreath. So, I think I'm going to only cut maybe 2, 4, 6, 8. So I think I'm only going to cut 8 pieces of each ribbon, and I'm not going to put ribbon on one of these other sides because I'm going to put a huge bow. Okay, so now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to cut 10 pieces of each ribbon. I'm going to cut them into 14-inch pieces. So go ahead and get your ribbon together. I do use 2 boxes of each ribbon. So if you want the look that I'm going for, go ahead and do the same thing. But I am going to be cutting 10 pieces of 14-inch ribbon. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and cut our 14-inch ribbon. So as you can see, I'm cutting at the 14-inch mark. Now when it comes to making my wreaths, I like to put ribbon in each pipe cleaner, and usually I'll need to cut 12 pieces of each ribbon, but for this wreath I'm only going to be cutting 10 pieces of ribbon because I will be putting a huge bow on one side, so there's really no need to have ribbon behind that huge bow. So I will be cutting 10 pieces of 14-inch ribbon. And I'm going to show you how I do my ducktails. Now, I've already cut my ribbon into 14-inch pieces. I literally just fold it in half, line up the 2 edges, and I fold it once again. So now it's like this. And then I just go ahead and I cut at a diagonal here on the closed side. And there you have your ducktails. So pretty, right? I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start putting on our DECO mesh. Now, putting on your DECO mesh is super easy. You want to go ahead and start off with a little baby tail. Nothing crazy, just something small. I usually start on the bottom. So make sure you tie it in good. So all we're going to do is we're going to put in our little tail here, and then you're going to take your DECO mesh, you're going to hold just like that, you're going to puff it up, and then you're going to insert it into the next pipe cleaner. Now I'm not going to really measure my puffs, I'm just going to eyeball it. You can measure your puffs or you can eyeball it like me, but I'm literally just going to eyeball it. So now I'm going to put it into my next piece. So here's about how big my pieces are. I can measure it for you if you want, just so you can kind of have an idea. So it's about 14 inches. Maybe smaller. Yeah, it's about 14 inches. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to eyeball it like I said. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to my next pipe cleaner. Put it in. Just like this. to continue on to the top row. Same thing, make a little baby tail, put it in. You can start wherever, it doesn't matter where you start. If you can hear cars outside, it's because my window's open. It's such a beautiful day that I want fresh air. So, once again, you just puff it up and secure it down. Make sure you give your pipe cleaners maybe 3 twists. That way you know it's on there well. And so there you have your deco mesh all nice and on there. So next up we add our ribbon. So here's our ribbon. I'm gonna go ahead, like I always do, pinch here in the middle, just like that. I'm gonna go ahead and pinch this one in the middle. I'm going to crisscross just like that. Then I'm going to pinch this one in the middle. So I definitely eyeball it, as you can see. I just hope that it's in the middle. If it's not, I pull it out a little. And just like that. Okay? So here it is. Now I'm going to start, let me see. I'm going to, remember I'm putting in a huge bow. So I'm going to, let's see, where am I going to put my bow? I'm going to put my bow over here. Yeah. Let me see. Alright, so I'm probably going to put my bow right here on this side. So I'm going to leave that empty for now. And I'm going to start here on the bottom. So as you can see, I'm just putting it in right here. And make sure you put it in there nice and tight. You don't want your ribbon to fall out. So there you have your first little section. Go ahead and leave this little area right here without any ribbon. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put ribbon all throughout here. So let's go ahead and do that. And I will be putting ribbon on the top and the bottom. all of my ribbon. Keep in mind I'm going to be putting a big bow on this side. That's why there's no ribbon in this corner here. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put on our sign. So let's go ahead and do that. So here's the sign that I will be using. So where are we going to put this? I'm going to put it over to the side just a little bit. I'm not going to put, should I put it in the middle? Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the sign over to the side a little bit. I think that'll be cute. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So what I'm going to do is, let me move this ruler out the way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting a pipe cleaner probably here on the bottom and somewhere here at the top so I can attach it to the bottom and the top of the wreath. Alright, so as you can see, I have the pipe cleaners glued onto the back of my sign. Now, while this dries, because it's still wet, I'm going to go ahead and start making my big bow that's going to go right here. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started on making our big bow. Now, when it comes to making bows, I am not a pro, and I have learned how to make a bow off of YouTube, like I've learned many things. So if you're looking for a very detailed bow making tutorial, I would suggest to look on YouTube because there is a ton of awesome bow making tutorials out there. This is just what I've learned and what works for me and what's easiest for me. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your ribbon, you're going to fold it over. So as you can see, I'm folding it here, and I'm also going to be checking the loop size. As you can see what I'm doing here, I'll be looking and seeing how big my loop is. That'll determine how big my bow's going to be. As you can see here, I'm kind of looking and checking to see how big my loops are. Alright, so as you can see here, I've already folded it over one time, and I'm just gonna fold it over one more time, so that's a total of 2 now, and a total of 3, and 4. I went ahead and I folded over a total of 7 times. So just go ahead and keep folding your ribbon. So just keep rolling it over. So here is 6. And I'm going to see if I can go ahead and do one more. Here I'm just trying to determine how many loops I have, and I want 3 loops on each side. So I went ahead and I folded it over one more time. So total 7 times. And then I'm left with this little tail here. Now with this type of bow making, you're only going to be left with one tail. But once you start layering your bows, because I will be making 3 bows and laying them on top of each other, it'll look so good. So here I'm just folding them in half, determining where the middle is. There is my middle right here. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to cut little slits. Now I'm not going to cut all the way through. Just cut little slits on each side. So I'm going to zoom in so you can see a little better. So as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and just cut a little slit here. Come on now. Okay, I want to check one more time, make sure I'm in the middle. So here it is. I'm folding it over. I'm right in the middle. There's my middle. And here I'm going to start making my slits at any minute. Come on, girl. You can do it. All right. So here we go. You see a little baby slit in there. Do not go all the way through or you will ruin your bow. So just make 2 little baby slits on each side, just like you see here. Alright, that should be good. Okay, maybe not. Give it a little bit more. Okay. So now what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to take your pipe cleaner and you will be tying it through those little slits just like I'm doing here. And don't be afraid to make it tight. You don't want this to come undone. So give it a good go. Just like that. And there's your bow. And here is my tail. Alright, and here all I'm doing is I'm checking to see how long my tail will be, and I'm also going to be ducktailing my ends because I just love that look. So at this point you could determine how long you want your tail to be. I want mine pretty long, so here I am just ducktailing it, and there you have the end of your ribbon, which is so pretty. Now I'm going to go through and I'm going to grab the loops and I'm going to spread them apart. Now don't be afraid to pull on them, because they're not going to come undone because they're tied in your pipe cleaner. So give it a good tug, open them all up. Now if this ribbon had been wired, it would look a little better, but I do love the way it looks just like this. I just wish it would have been wired ribbon, but you know, I did at the end pull way harder and open them up way more. So don't be afraid to pull on them, just obviously not too hard or you will tear your bow. But that's pretty much how you do a bow. I love the way this looks and I love how easy it is. And once I make my other bows and I lay them on top of this bow, there will be more ends hanging down. So it won't just look like one, and I just love it. So here's my bow. I haven't fluffed it yet, but as you can see, you don't even notice that there's not two of the same ribbon hanging down like this. But now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to open this up. And it's okay to pull on them so you can open them up. Just don't pull too hard. You don't want to tear them. Alright. Oh my gosh, so cute! So cute. Look at how cute this is. So you just open them up. There it is. Hope you learned something today, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so now that my sign has dried, we're going to go ahead and we're going to attach it. And I'm going to attach one to the bottom and one to the top. And I'm going to come over to the side a little bit because keep in mind, this bow right here is going to go here. So I kind of want to bring it over. Okay, so there's my bow. Alright, perfect. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attach this onto my wreath form. So here we go. I'm going to attach it just like this. So easy. All of this. So now I'm just bringing all of this ribbon to the front. Now that I have my sign attached, I don't know if I'm going to leave this. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and take this off. Don't need that. And I'm going to just bring all this ribbon to the front. As you can see, some of these ribbons are on top, literally on top of the car. So I'm going to make those shorter here at some point. If these were wired, then I could bend them and get them out of the way. But since they're not wired, I'm going to just have to cut them shorter. So now what we're going to do is we're going to attach this beautiful bow that we just made. And I'm going to attach it, let me see, right here. So I want it right here in this empty spot. Should I put that back? Okay. Alright. So we're literally just going to, just like that, grab my other one. Alright, so now we have our bow on and we have these hanging over it. I don't know if I like them hanging over, if I want to cut them shorter. This is the time where I wish you guys would follow me on social media. That way I could ask you these type of things. But since you guys don't follow me on social media, not all of you, I can't ask. So I'm going to cut some of these shorter so it's not hiding the whole sign. And I opened up my ornaments that I showed you here at the beginning. I've so far just placed this one here and then I'm going to place one here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through this here. Let me show you. This piece here. I'm going to stick my pipe cleaner in there and I'm just going to secure them in like that. You could glue them if you want. I'm going to go ahead and just leave it like that. Alright everybody, so here you have it. Here is the final results. I absolutely love the way this wreath came out. It is so pretty. I absolutely love this huge bow here. I love the sign. I love the colors. Now at Dollar Tree they have a ton of options. They have so many different colors of deco mesh, so many different colors of ribbon, other signs and other ornaments that you can use. So this is here is just for reference if you want to go ahead and make your own in your own color scheme. I love the way it looks. I just love it. So I hope that you learned something today, even if it was just how to make this easy bow or how to make your own beautiful wreath from a Dollar Tree. Now this wreath only cost me $11 to make and it is beautiful. I absolutely love it. Okay, so that's going to end it for today's wreath making tutorial. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it for you and I hope that you learned something, even if it was how to make a bow or, you know, just anything. I hope that you were inspired most of all. Also, please don't forget to leave me a comment. I love to interact with you guys. And don't forget to share this video with any friends or family that you may think may enjoy this video. Please share this on all your social media networks. That would mean so much to me. And that'll be it for today, guys. So until next time, XO till I overdose.